Hey everybody, how you doing? This video is going to be, we'll call it motivational, but basically, emphasizing that hard work pays off. And when you're selling new construction homes, or you're a home builder, or really, any aspect of your life, or any sales type career that you're in, I feel like this all applies here. And basically, once you start working hard and you're putting in your time, and you may go months of just really busting your butt, and you may not see results right away, but they're gonna come. Rest assured, they're gonna come. And if you can always keep that in the front of your mind, that's gonna help you stay motivated. So I'll give you a little bit of background here. So today's Tuesday, yesterday was Monday. My wife had a dentist appointment yesterday, so I went home after just a few hours at work, and I brought our youngest daughter to school. I picked up the kids from school, but basically I wasn't really, working for the second half of the day yesterday. And then we just had the weekend as well. So, I was kind of in a mode last night. I didn't feel like doing anything. We all just kind of chilled as a family, watched TV. It was great. We had a great time doing it. And then, this morning comes around, and I'm on my way into the model, and I'm still kind of feeling the same way. I had off Saturday, Sunday, really, Monday as well. And so I'm not feeling super motivated like how I was, I'll say, like the last 2-3 weeks. Maybe even more, 4 or 5 weeks. I feel like I've just been on fire. Just every second that I have available in the car, I'm on the phone. I'm letting nothing go to the wayside. I'm trying to get done as much as I possibly can when I'm at work, and it's been paying off. It's been a great year so far. And I went through a little period of time, we'll say like last week, where maybe my wheels were spinning a little bit. We've had an accepted offer on a certain lot, and that was supposed to have closed last week. And there's all these things that keep coming up with it. And really it comes down to, if we close on the lot, they're building with us too. So not only am I getting the commission on the lot sale, and I've been putting in a ton of hard work trying to figure out the improvements and additional costs there, but we'll get the home build as well. So I felt like that wasn't going anywhere. And then I've got another couple that I'm working with where it felt like we were kind of like off to the races as soon as we started working together. And then that's been on, kind of spinning our wheels a little bit there too. So I'm driving into the model this morning, and I'm still feeling a little unmotivated from the weekend and from having off, the second half of the day yesterday. And I, the little, like you got the good character, and then the devil, the good angel here on this shoulder, and the little devil here on this one. And they're always, feeding different things into your ear, and which one are you gonna listen to? It was kind of like that. So, I actually said to myself as I was driving that, I told myself, I'm just feeling unmotivated, and I feel like I've been putting in all this hard work, and I'm not, I was expecting to have results this week that I feel like I'm not going to get. And then that kind of slides into, well, then, maybe if I do just kind of slack today, whatever, I kind of need the break. Things aren't good. You know how it is. If you start thinking negatively, it's a snowball. It's, you get a little thought in your head, and then that can snowball to the point where you're just not feeling great about things. You're not determined. You're not motivated. You feel like things aren't going your way. And then there's the other part of it. I've talked about this before with motivation. When you're feeling motivated, when things are going good, ride that wave for as long as you can, because at some point it's going to stop. And that's what happened to me, yesterday and this morning, is it kind of slowed down. But it's up to me, it's up to you to get back up on the horse and to keep that snowball going, and to get remotivated, and to get that momentum wave going again. Because it's not just dumb luck. It's not just like, well, that's, I rode the wave as hard as I could. I made as much hay while the sun was shining, but now it seems like it's coming to an end. So I'm just gonna, chill out for a while and wait for a big wave to come back through again. That's the wrong mentality to have, because what's going to happen in this circumstance, if you let that be the thought process, is, okay, now you end up slacking and not working as hard as you should, maybe not on the phone all the time, tailing every lead that you should, getting as many meetings as you can possibly get. Maybe you don't do that for a week or two. Well, that's going to affect your income down the road. You're going to have a month down the road where you've got no construction closings, no housing starts, and ultimately that impacts you. And again, this translates into any sales career. So that's what I told myself this morning is, man, I'm just not feeling motivated. Things aren't going my way. But what I did is I kept with it. I stuck with it. What I usually do for that is I will just force myself to do things. So I got to the model, I got in there, and I said, okay, you know what? I've got a house that they're already closed on their construction loan. This is going to be one of the next ones that we're starting. I had a few little things that we needed to finish up for their selections, which I had got back from them. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get this done, get their selections finalized, and now they are done. They're in my rearview mirror as far as, I've done everything that I need to do as far as what I do with the client. And now I can concentrate on, okay, who are the next two that are closest to, going to the bank and closing on their construction loan. So wrapped up the selections with the one. I felt good because I got that done and completed. And now I knew that I could move on to starting with the next couple that is, close to us putting a building contract together and going to the bank. So with completing the selections that I did there and emailing and saying, all right, selections are done, everything's ready to go, it made me feel good. So it bumped me up a step. And then that brought me right into, okay, so let's look at the next couple here. What do I need to do to get them to the next step, one step closer to getting the building agreement signed and off to the bank? Well, we just got a prelim plan back. I sent it to the clients, wanted to have them look it over. They emailed me back some questions yesterday that I didn't get to because I was off for the second half of yesterday, but that's what I went right into after the selections. I got back to them with their questions and kind of laid out, all right, these are what the next steps are, sent that over to them. All right, now I'm feeling even better because now I know. I sent over the information that they need. I told them what we needed to do to proceed with the building contract, and this is definitely a for sure one. This isn't one that I'm trying to get them to commit. We're already at the point where we're working on plans, so it's a for sure. And now it's just up to me as how long or how quickly can I move them along, which translates into them closing on the construction loan sooner and us starting their home sooner. Because ideally for us, we'd like to dig, 2 to even 3 holes a month. So the sooner that I can bring people to the finish line that I need to bring them to, which is getting them to the bank, closing on the construction loan, having their selections done, and then being ready to dig, the sooner that I can do that, the sooner that we can dig, and that translates into more digs per month. So that's what I did for them. And now if I don't get an email back from them by the time I'm back to the model, I'm at lunch right now, I'm going to call them, follow up, and I really want to get the building agreement to them in the next couple days and to their lender by the end of the week so that they're closing in 30 days from now. And then I've got another couple that's kind of at the same point there to where we got an accepted offer on their lot, and that needed to go to the lender and working on putting their building agreement together. So I got the lot offer over to their lender. So now I'm with the next 2 people that I need to bring to the finish line, which is closing on the construction loan. I've done everything that I need to do there, so I'm feeling really good. So now I can dig back into, okay, who's the next, who did I meet with last week that I feel like is an A buyer and they're just ready to go, and I have that person identified. I met with them last week. There were a couple things I needed to look into and get back to them on, so I did that, gave them a call. We've got another meeting set up, and I feel like we're well on our way to, having, blueprints starting for them in like the next, week and a half, we'll say. So I'm feeling great now. And then all of a sudden, there's this lot that I was telling you about that the wheels have been spinning on, and if they don't close on it, we're not starting the house for them. Well, we have a big issue with having to install a new sewer lateral in the road, and it's a huge expense, big additional expense here. So that was the thing that the lot was contingent upon, was the buyers approving what the cost of putting this sewer main in the road was going to be. So I got an initial quote for this, and it was going to be $48,000 to do this. And then I thought that maybe if we directional bored underground, that would save some money. So got a couple bids there, and ultimately Monday I got in the last one, and we determined that it wasn't going to change the cost at all. So I called the buyer this morning, and I said, the cost didn't change with the directional underground boring. Basically, in order to move ahead here, this is what the amount is going to be, and they were okay with that. They loved the lot enough. They realized that even though they're going to be putting some additional money in to do this, that they're still not overpaying for the lot. We believe the lot is still worth that amount. So they're moving ahead with everything there. So now we've got the closing scheduled for next week. The momentum ball is really built back up again and is rolling, and things now, I feel 100% different than I did this morning. I've got closing coming up next week now. I've got everything moving along, and it's crazy what a matter of it's 11:15 right now. That thought came into my head. I looked at the clock when I pulled into the model, and it was 8 in the morning. So it's been a little over 3 hours, and things can change drastically. So I don't care how you're feeling right now or what happened, and maybe you had something that you felt was devastating. The bottom line is, if you continue to put in the hard work, it's going to pay off, and good things are going to happen, and will continue to happen. And right after all that happened, I'm about to pull into the grocery store to pick up lunch for myself, and I get a call from someone else that I had been working with a few months ago that just kind of disappeared, and now they want to start looking for land again, and they want me to put together a list of options out there and send land over to them. So it's like now all these things are happening, and everything's back on track, and I'm feeling amazing. So I had to put this video out. I just really wanted to share this. I hope this helps motivate somebody if you're in the position that I was in this morning, and just know you have the mindset to basically change what you're thinking and how things are ultimately going to end up happening, because depending on how you're thinking and feeling, and that translates into the good vibes that you're putting out into this world, and you attract good things. So when you're feeling good, when you're working hard, when you're smiling, when you're happy, good things are going to happen. People feel that. They're going to be attracted to you. They're going to want to work with you. That's how it's always been for me. I can say that that's just how it is. So let that happen for yourself as well. Again, I hope this helps. If you don't subscribe, please do so. Click the little notification bell so you can get more videos like this when I'm feeling pumped and ready to put them out. Thank you for your time, and God bless.